Today's collectible spot, we are having a look at the Medicom Toys Nintendo Ultra Detailed Figure Mario Brothers Luigi. This one might look a little bit more like Luigi than the Mario that we first had a look at, but this is a new line of collectible figures from the folks over at Medicom Toys. Not really so much even figures, but more so collectible statues. These are also a more depiction of Mario and Luigi as a first appearance than anything else, and I'll talk about this when we get this opened up. Turn around the back of the package. The first appearance, or the original Mario Brothers, Mario and Luigi. We've also got Super Mario World, Yoshi. Luigi's Mansion 2, Luigi. Super Mario Brothers U, Yoshi's. And also a Fire Mario. It's recommended for ages 15 and up and comes to us from the folks over at Medicom Toys, www.medicomtoy.co.jp. Spot's going to take a break and get this opened up, but when we come back, we're going to get a better look at the ultra-detailed figure Mario Brothers Luigi. There's more anyway, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Much like the Mario that we already had a look at, we'll just move Luigi out of the way here. It comes with a display stand, and on the top is just Mario Brothers. Again, these characters are depicted from the original Mario Brothers game. The game where you had both characters playing on screen and you had to hit the platforms, knock over the turtles and different crabs, and knock them off the screen. The display stand for Luigi seems a little bit shorter on a peg-wise than that of Mario. And here's the Mario. Put him right there for a second. Go ahead and take Luigi. Again, I'm really iffy on the peg because the peg is just a very fragile plastic. I would say be very careful when putting either character on there. The last thing you want to do, and I don't even want to say it right now, I'm going to put a little bit of weight, a little bit of pressure, kind of wiggle that on there. What I might ultimately do though, as I mentioned with the Mario review, I might just put the figure on there and glue them. I mean, after all, like the amiibos, you can't really remove them from their own display stands. I might just ultimately do that also with these characters too. And there you have Mario and Luigi. They do look very different, yes they do, from how they would look later on in game series. I guess the Luigi looks a little more faithful to how he would appear later, but still a very drastic change from the original, well, the later Mario character designs. Spot I'd already mentioned with the review of Mario, the reason why they look specifically like this is because the cabinet, the artwork for the arcade cabinet that featured the original Mario Brothers game, had these as their designs. And it's a little bit different than what we would ultimately expect from the Mario Brothers. But you know what? It's also a little fragment of Nintendo's history, and one of the reasons why I want to pick up this particular set. And these were sold separately. They were about $15, $16 from the video game store that I picked these up at. But I really like the design of them. They're just, again, a very small fragment, a small time capsule piece from Nintendo's greater history archive. It's also the few times we've ever seen Mario Brothers, especially Mario and Luigi, like this, so all the more reason to pick up this particular figure line. And yes, they have absolutely no posability to them. Essentially what you're getting here is just strictly statues. The faces are very simplistic. The noses are a little bit longer, especially Mario's. His sticks out quite a bit more than that of Luigi. And for some reason they have bumps on their hats. Not quite sure the reasoning for that, but that's the way that they were originally designed. Also, too, something that would be inherited later on. Luigi, for the longest time, was really a clone to Mario, but of course, as he went later on into the game series, Luigi got a little bit taller, a little skinnier, but these ones are depicting them in a very short, very stocky build. Yeah, I do certainly really like these pieces. Again, I picked up a couple of the others that we're going to be having a look in separate videos, but there's an appeal to them I really dig. It brings me back to long before like the Nintendo characters became real big, predominant characters in gaming history. This reminds me of them from their much earlier states. And back in the day, I played a lot of the Mario Brother game. Like it was a fun game that, you know, it's up there with like, was it like Balloon Race and Ice Climbers, some of the old Bubble Bobble, some of the old Nintendo games. And I just really, it was one of the things that when I went to friends' houses, they had, of course, the Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers. That was always a default. Every household had that. But like it was kind of fun to play like the more very basic games. They also had Popeye too, which was a very similar themed type of game. Today's collectible spot, we were taking a bit of a blast from the past here as we were having a look at the new Medicom toys. We're looking today at the Mario Brothers. Well, we were actually looking at Luigi. Poor Luigi got overshadowed once again by his more popular brother. But in this video, we were having a look at the Medicom toys, Mario Brothers, Luigi. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more collectible spots heading your way. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.